feel like control is safety, but it's not. It's a lie.
We have so many products that are like protein, but nothing is moisture forward with the bond building properties. So she kind of addressed the need in the industry. So when I went to her class, I was like really intrigued.
Is she a stylist now, or
she's
she
not?
Just
no, she actually is on the chemist side. The chemistry side.
Yeah.
So she's worked with chemists. She's super hands-on, which I liked about it.
Wow. So she's the daughter of the person that created Just For Me. Okay.
She was the one. She was telling us because everybody knows Just For Me. She was saying, she was like, I used to be in the commercials. You know, all the girls.
Oh my God.
But now she has this like amazing curly hair. It's so pretty. But so when she broke it down, I was intrigued at first because, I'm obsessed with this. So I'm like very skeptical.
Yeah, right. Because that was like the main, okay, everybody's getting STS.
I love the STS. And don't get me wrong, it still has its benefits. I still keep it on deck. I still use it. It's just
so would it be like interchangeable with this?
Yes. Oh. So the first part is your bond building. So it stays on for like 10 minutes. Foam it in, stays on 10 minutes. We rinse that out, then the silkening process goes on. Okay. Then I'll put you in the dryer for about 20 minutes. Okay. And
so it's basically like just like the process would be like a deep treatment, but it's
it's two parts broken apart, but it's pretty much the length you put a deep condition on.
Okay.
So it still isn't super
But you have to do, it's like a process of you have to do the first, the bond part first, and then the
silkening.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
But again, it's not a chemical. You just rinse everything out so there's no buildup or anything on the hair. And it's amazing.
What?
So
I'm excited.
It's what all the hype is about right now.
Because I haven't heard about this before. Oh, yeah. But it's also, I feel like because of the way I grew up, in a military family and divorced parents, constantly moving, going from house to house, I never felt stable. Yeah. So anytime I think I started feeling any sense of stability, I would cling to it for dear life. So any change would be no, it felt like a rip of just this moment of safety. No matter how much my life changed over and over and over again, it felt like this a trauma every time something changed until, I had to do healing work and just really giving it to the Father and growing and realizing that I have to change. Some of that change I had no control over, right? And I can't change the past, and I can't change the fact that my parents lived the type of life that they lived and all that kind of stuff, but I can now decide, what do I want to do with that past? What do I want to do with the story that I have? And what perspective do I want to have moving forward? Do I want to continue having a visceral reaction to change or not? And if I don't, then how do I change that? Well, it had to be a breaking down of my ideal, my desire to control. Because we feel like control is safety, but it's not. It's a lie. Control, I don't want.
Defense mechanism.
It's a defense mechanism. And so many of us really try to, if I can control it, then I can dictate, the outcome and all that. And it's man, you think, but you really don't. We don't really control anything. No. We don't. And I think that's hard for a lot of us to embrace, because you say that, but then I start living my life and I start feeling that thing in my body start going haywire when I'm having a tough situation, or I'm upset with the outcome of something that I had hope in. That's why for me it was if I don't get my relationship with God right, I'm never going to be able to do anything, because how do you function? You self-medicate. That's what you end up doing, because what else do you do? Because a lot of this stuff out here doesn't make sense.
No, and even with the kids and stuff, one of our biggest, one thing I do really focus on is we can't change outside, but what we can change is us.
Yes.
Right? That's the only control we truly have.
Yeah.
And we're so focused on external control. No.
Yeah.
Focus on self, and that's where the change really starts, because it will start to mirror everything out. Everything you feel inside, your life will mirror accordingly.
And it's also one thing that I realized lately, man, sometimes we get so fixated on like, I don't want to be like an angry person anymore. I don't want to pop off when I get mad anymore. And it's like we look at the symptom and we say, Lord, how do I stop popping off on people? And it's like, actually, the way God does surgery on our hearts is actually like, he does it his way. So it may not look like you stop popping off on people. It looks like you starting to like be quiet. Okay, I'm going to start being quiet. What do you mean? I'm not going to have the last word? No. Wait, I'm not going to respond? No. Like, if I don't, this is the Holy Spirit speaking, if I don't tell you to say it, don't say it. And that means that we're going to be quiet a lot. And in that quietness, that quiet actually starts healing our hearts from the anger, because we realize the anger is a choice. Yeah. The pop-off is a choice. And that's what I started to realize. I was like, man, like, I feel like so much of my emotions, because I didn't know how to, like we were talking, we don't really know how to put names to emotions and to like figure out like, why do I feel this way or what's going on with me. We have a lack of like emotional intelligence or even awareness. So once you start being able to do that, it's like, oh, okay. I don't have to like fall into this emotion every time the situation or circumstances are set up this way. It's actually, I choose it every time, but I just go so fast into it that I don't realize that I'm making the choice anymore. It just feels automatic. But like, there's a way to like break that up. Yeah. But it takes intentionality. Awareness. And slowing down and saying, okay, if I want something different, I have to do something different. I can't like just continue on or like think that I'm magically going to change one day, or that God is just going to change the way I'm made. He ain't. He's willing to work with you.
Yeah, it's active work.
It's active work.
And it's intentional.
It's active work.
Intentional. Where are you partying?
I'm in the middle. Yes. Yes. Also, okay, let's talk about what we're doing. Yes. I need a haircut.
Yes.
And I want to essentially continue. I love the shape that my hair is in, where it's like long, a little long on the top, and then lots of layers all around here. Like, I like that like 90s look.
Because you grew out from that pixie.
Yes.
So you're kind of in a wedge.
I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, you're kind of in a wedge, which a grown out pixie is actually bobbish. If you see this,
you said what?
It's kind of a bob. So
what I have? A grown out pixie. Okay, I thought you said grown up pixie. I'm like, what's a grown up?
It's like it's a wedge. So if you look at the side here, do you see?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of what shape you have. If you like that, we can definitely keep that.
Yeah.
Shape it from
But
there.
I want this to be up more.
You like more later?
Yes.
We can bring it up. So what I'll do is I'll smooth you.
Okay.
Get you smooth.
Okay.
Kind of show you what we're doing. I know you said you don't want to take too much off.
I don't want to take too much off. Yeah, and I definitely want like my bangs to be up more. Okay. So I don't want to take too much length off, but I love like all the layers. Like that feels good for me.
Okay, cool.
And then I like the shorter bang. I just feel like this is so heavy here.
Yeah, we'll take some weight out with the layering.
Yeah.
It'll be enough, and we'll take it up. So I'll kind of see. Usually, once we get our guide established with that perimeter, it'll tell us how much to come in here.
Okay.
So it's not too much.
Okay.
And I'll show you before we do it.
Okay, cool.
So remember we said that we talked about the STS and this treatment being interchangeable?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we talked about in the class too.
Oh.
So you
would do your STS 8 weeks out, and then you do your.
You can rotate like that. You can literally rotate. And she said just give it 2 weeks in between.
Okay.
And you could do 4 week, 8 week if you're like a month. Like with my clients, if you're like a monthly girl, that's kind of the rotation we have going.
Oh, first week would be your STS. The next month would be your what is this treatment called?
Hydrasilk.
Hydrasilk
bonding treatment.
Okay, and then the next 4 week would be your STS read. Okay, got it.
Rotate like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so what are we doing here? You're putting mousse?
So I use a lightweight mousse, especially when clients have those like flyaways or stuff here. You kind of laze them so you're not putting as much heat on that, trying to force some things down.
Yeah.
It helps a little bit.
Okay. So I'm gonna sit under the dryer with it like
about
this.
10 minutes, just to knock the water off your roots, really.
Okay.
So I don't so it's not super hot on your scalp when it's blown dry. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Maya.
I'm learning the new techniques.
girl. Just little tweaks.
Yes.
Because man, when you pull a client straight from that bowl,
Yeah.
there be
A lot going on.
When you go to blow dry.
Oh, from this?
No, from just in general. The hair is wet
yeah.
in the salon, especially with natural girls.
Yeah.
When you're going full wet into a blow dry, my blow dryer's
hot.
So it burns your scalp.
Interesting.
So, you know, with the paddle brush and all that, it's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
So I knocked a lot of that water off at the root, maybe like 7 to 10 minutes underneath that dryer. So it gets at least the roots dry. So when you go in,
And for me, I can't escape it because this is literally all I did.
Yeah.
I try to like do other things, and it's like, no, just go back. I don't even know how to not like do what I do at this point. So it'd be like somebody telling you don't do hair, but it's like you're in a salon every day. It's like, how do I not?
Yeah.
How do I not? So yeah, but it's also like we have to be realistic. We have to think like business owners. Mm-hmm. Business owners, our currency is not just money; it's also time.
Oh God, yes.
Right. So it's where can I like get back some of my time?
Yeah.
You know, and it's also like, is it a need? Like, is it a need for your business right now? Or like, do you feel like you need social media?
I mean,